Stark never had to ask Jarvis what needed his attention. Jarvis already knew. Now what if I told you that I built a Jarvis for my sales team? This Jarvis has access to all the information. It knows what deals I have, what leads I have, where the leads are coming in from, what I'm converting. It knows how my calls are going. It's inside my calls and it tells me, Fahad, you should have told this objection. Why didn't he handle this objection? This is how to handle this objection. This Jarvis knows everything about my sales team, my sales department, and because of this Jarvis, I'm projected to increase my deal conversions by at least 10%. What if I told you today, I'm going to show you how to build this Jarvis for your own company completely for free? I know you're shocked. Coming back to what I was saying, the tools that we use to develop this is OpenClaw and Cloud Code. Even if you haven't heard of these two tools before, you're not too technical, it's totally fine. If you follow the instructions, the simple instructions I give you, and if you watch till the end of the video, you can develop this agent by yourself without needing any help. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So I just want to emphasize the problems that you're currently fixing with this particular agent, right? So you may be losing a bunch of deals because you forget to follow up, which is not fine, but it's a very, very common thing that I see so many business owners do. You forget to follow up with deals. It's been sitting there for too long. You have CRM, but there is no clear action on who's supposed to do what. Every day new lead comes in, you forgot about the lead that's been there for quite some time. You don't know what to focus on in sales. You don't know how your calls are performing. You don't have a sales coach going through all your calls every day. What if I told you that one agent can do all these things for you? This agent is going to help you forget missed follow-ups moving forward. It's going to make sure that you follow with everyone. You're going to have clear next steps on who to contact, who to call, what tasks to complete, etc. Your CRM is no longer going to be messy because this is going to give you suggestions to structure the data correctly. No leads are ever going to slip through the crack, and most importantly, it's going to be sales insights on how things are performing, how many deals are being closed, how many leads have come in from what sources, and my favorite part is going through my calls and telling me exactly what am I doing wrong, when did the call drop off, what objections, how you've seen constantly happen, how do I fix my sales approach. So all these things are stuff that the agent does, and the way it's quite simple. The way it works is all we do is we build this one agent out, and then we connect the CRM and we connect the call transcription tool, whatever tools you're using, right? Fireflies, whatever tools you're using, connect the tools, and that's it. Configure, prompt them in a certain way, and after that you can ask it any questions you want. How did my call go? What happened with this? What happened with that? Let me show you, right? Just to make sure that I'm not bullshitting you, I'm going to show you exact. I told it, hey, how many open deals do I have? It gave me the exact steps. Like, hey, you have $0 worth of opportunities in there, XYZ thousands of dollars in contracts, XYZ dollars in invoice, XYZ in follow-ups, no shows, and it told me like, hey, these are the deals that you haven't followed up that are worth quite a bit. You haven't followed up with these guys. Make sure you follow up with them. It tells me exactly what I need to do, and then I ask him like, hey, where did most of my leads come from? And it's able to give me suggestions like, you got 8 leads from this source, XYZ leads from this source. It tells me more information, and I can be like, hey, it tells me where the leads are coming in from. I can ask more and more questions like, what tasks do I have? What specific lead source did they come from? Go to my lead source field and tell me all the leads that came from so far. I can be like, hey, what the lead sources I get most of my leads from over time. Sometimes it's good to remind it where the information needs to be pulled in from. I didn't properly prompt this correctly, but if I prompted it, it knows exactly which field it is. It's going to fetch the information. It's going to tell me like, hey, these are the places from which you're getting leads from. So let's just wait for it to do its job, and then you can see how the response look like. See, as you can see, it tells me exactly my lifetime lead source options. I tend to get a lot of leads from referrals because your boy is good as fuck. Everyone's talking to each other like, hey, listen to this guy, Fahad is the best, this guy is cute, work with this guy. But jokes aside, that's exactly how my business works. Clients tend to talk a lot. It shows me like, I got 50 leads from Upwork, and mainly from this community, from word of mouth, I'm getting a bunch of leads. So it shows me all the ways in which I'm getting leads, right? It told me 84% of my contacts have no source stacked. Okay, I need to look into it. That's odd, but yeah, it shows me like, hey, so these are the leads that you get. They're all grouped accordingly, and now it's gonna recommend me. So it gives me a breakdown on exactly where my leads are coming in from. Step that is deep analysis for calls, right? I told it exactly, hey, can you pull my calls? and tell me exactly what am I doing wrong. It took me my last 30 days of sales calls, right? And it told me exactly where am I doing wrong. It told me, like, I had a call with a guy who came from YouTube, and he wanted me to implement some sort of automation and CRM for him. So I showed him all the things that I typically do, and yeah, it told me, like, Fahad, you have a problem. You often ask for the budget towards the end of the video, towards the end of the call. You need to ask the budget towards the beginning, so you can gauge and can have a value proposition, then drop the price. It tells me, it showed the pattern. It told me I need to soft close. It told all the calls, like, tech issues, wasting operations, when often every call starts with audio problems. It's telling me what I need to do to fix things, how I need to go deep faster. There is no urgency or scarcity across the call, which happens so many times. It even tells me some other sales call I've been in. This guy, I was on a call with a guy called Shaki, and he used an insanely good urgency to get to close me, and the AI is like, hey, use that thing. It's crazy, right? AI is telling me, like, bitch, use the tactic that's being used on you. That's the beauty of AI, right? This is exactly, tells me exactly what I need to do. Imagine this code sitting in your fingertips every week and telling you what insights you need to do. This is going to give me insights every week on Monday, like, hey, these are the calls from last week, these are the things you need to improve, make sure you do these things this week, bitch. Bro, I love this. Marry me. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna marry a clanker. I'm kidding. This is Gen Z term for robots, just so you guys are aware. Joke. Alright, guys, I want to show you everything that you need to do. Now that you've seen how it fully functions and all the ways in which I'm interacting with the bot, let me get started with how we can build the entire thing. All right. So the first thing I need to do is I'm going to attach you a link in the description where you can download Hostinger. Hostinger is the simple hosting platform where we are going to be deploying OpenClaw bots. What is OpenClaw? OpenClaw is an open source agent. You see this Claude code right here. Claude code, oops. So you see Claude right here. So Claude is a simple web-based app. This is hosted on a platform called Claude.com, and it's owned by Claude, right? We are building our own agents in OpenClaw. Why OpenClaw instead of Claude? In OpenClaw, you own the infrastructure. You have much more customizations. It has deeper memory because it's your data, and most importantly, you can choose the LLM model. OpenClaw often is the body. It's the body in the way in which it works, but the brain, you can choose the brain. Imagine if you can keep different brains every time. If there's a smarter brain out there, you don't have to be stuck with Claude. You can choose the smarter brain. You can choose the cheaper brain. That's why I like OpenClaw, and I've seen so many people get banned in Claude just like that. They lose everything. So highly always recommend OpenClaw agents are the best compared to Claude agents. So that's why I wanted to go to hosting a platform, and I wanted to start deploying one OpenClaw. It's so simple. I wanted to follow the steps that I'm following, right? So all you need to do is click on this link, and it's going to have this option called deploy OpenClaw. And there is self-deploy. You can choose self-deploy or this KVM2. I prefer this because that's what I'm used to, but self-deploy is both the same thing. It just deploys OpenClaw for you. Deploy OpenClaw if this is the option that you guys are going with, or you can use the self-deploy, the complete deploy one. It just pre-installs a bunch of stuff. It's the same thing. So I'm going to choose this option. If you're using this, I would recommend KVM2 because it has better storage. Already I've been using this for 2-3 months. I'm out of storage, so it's always better to go with the KVM2 plan. I highly recommend using 1 month. I'm also going to attach a coupon code that you can use to get 10% off. 10% off from whatever it is. Uncheck this. You're ready to use AI. Don't check this, because that means they're going to give you their AI. Their AI is basically OpenAI or Claude or some random AI with their premium on top of it. No, you can use your own AI credits. Don't pay their premium. So yeah, uncheck these things, and choose the closest server out there with the least latency, and then click on deploy. Once it's deployed, they'll give you some options. They'll ask you to connect to OpenClaw. So they'll ask you to connect to Anthropic or OpenAI, whatever model you decide to choose, and go with. Alright guys, now that you're back from that video clip I showed you, you're back in this hosting a platform, right? You fully bought this stuff, so you're going to be in this home page right here. So the way we can deploy our first OpenClaw bot, we can hatch the bot and connect it to Telegram to do all these sales agent things, is by going to VPS. You can see your VPS in here. It should have started. Click on start, whatever it is that you need to do to make sure it says running. Once it's running, right, it's pretty simple. Click on manage. When you click on manage, what I needed to do is I needed to go to the Docker manager, click on projects, and this is where we can deploy our OpenClaw agents, right? It's very simple. It's going to be empty for you. I have 2 agents running, so the way we can deploy any agent, it's going to be empty for you guys, right? Click on compose, click on one-click deploy, and that's how you can just type in OpenClaw, and boom, we have an OpenClaw agent. That's it. It's that simple. You literally don't have to do anything, right? Make sure you copy this code. No need to add any information, right? No need to add any information. Please don't add any information. So there are better ways to configure everything. Alright, awesome guys. So as you can see, when the project deployed notification pops up, that means your project is finally deployed. Your OpenClaw is fully ready for you to configure it. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to configure OpenClaw. But before we do that, I need you to do a very, very important step, that is copy this ID right here. This is a very important step. This is the OpenClaw ID. This is the ID of the bot, and this is going to come very important in the future. So now that this is done, I need to click on this terminal section, right? Click on terminal. You see this option right here. I need to click on it, and what we're about to do right now is we're about to configure this OpenClaw. We're going to make sure it's open and running. We're going to connect it to Telegram. We're going to connect it to our LLM model and get it running. All right, so the first thing I need to do is I need to copy this prompt I will be giving you in the description below. This is the prompt, by the way, so I need to copy this, and by the way, right, terminal is quite finicky in terms of, it's quite finicky in terms of copy pasting. So it's best to just do Control V over right click and paste, right? So just do Control V and you pasted that thing. And now remember, I told you to copy the ID that you got from here, this ID, right? You need to paste the ID in here. We are telling this terminal, like, hey terminal, this VPS is like a mini computer. Just imagine this is a mini computer. Instead of you buying a Mac Mini where your AI is running, we are just renting out a virtual computer. So we are telling this computer to open this application and get it running. That's all this prompt does. So in this ID, we need to make sure we add the correct ID in. I'm going to remove, including the brackets, right? I'm going to remove it. I'm going to paste the ID. Let me make sure it's pasted correctly. Awesome. Dash. The ID is there, and click on end. And now your bot is about to hatch. It's so exciting. I can't. Your baby is about to be born. Who's the daddy? No, okay. Do I need help? All right. So click on quick start. Click on, firstly it says I understand this is personal. Click on yes. The way you can type in yes is by clicking on end. You can only use arrow keys right now, right? Your mouse is not going to work now. Click on yes. Quick start mode, yes. Keep the current values. Click on yes. And now it's going to ask me for my LLM model. Remember, I told you the body and the brain example. So now I get to choose what brain do I need to have. Now, if you already use OpenAPI, type in OpenAPI, type in the API key, and it's done. If you have Claude, do the same thing. But the thing I like to do is, I used to use Claude, right? I used to use Claude's API all the time. But the thing is, Claude got more expensive. The token limit started being depleted quicker. It got more expensive. We once got a $200, $250 bills on credits for 1 month because I forgot to put a limit. So and I got lucky. It's only $250, right? I know so many people who got a $10,000 bill. Hi guys. So I always check how intelligent the models are, right? So it shows this is a really good website to go to. It's called artificialanalysis.ai. It's independent analysis on how smart the AI is. And if you check, Anthropic is like, Minimax is a Chinese model, and this is not far ahead. Like it's somewhat even above Claude's Opus as well. So why should I pay so many hundreds of dollars for Claude when I can get the same powerful brain for the 10th of the cost just by paying to the Chinese guys? I don't mind paying to the Chinese guys. Take my money. She. Now, I'm kidding, my Chinese friends. I love you guys. Kunchi for chai. It's something my Chinese friend taught me. It's called, in the new year, bro. This is a crazy culture thing I learned, right? When Chinese New Year happens, you don't say Happy New Year. You say, I wish you more money. My friend taught me. We just went around, told everyone this. It was so funny, and I was like, wow. Everyone gives a shit about money. Everyone wants money. Wish you more money. Just wish me more money. Give me more money. So it's a really interesting culture. But anyways, Chinese, they're the goat. So if I pay $40 to Minimax, I get the same output is worth about $200 to $220 on Claude. So why should I do it? So that's why I want you guys to go to this Minimax plan and maybe get the Max subscription. This is going to be so helpful for you. I currently have the plus one. That's more than enough for me because I switch between Claude and Minimax. For you guys, start with $20. If you hit the limits, go up to $50. But this is more than enough, and you get $200 worth of usage from tools like Claude with just $20. So get this, I'm going to attach a link with my referral code. It's going to give you 20% discounts. I am going to get paid somewhat for the referral, but that's not how I make money. I'm just here to help you guys give some discounts. So once you are done getting the plan, right, you're going to be direct to a page like this. Now what I want you to do is I want you to go to the plan details section and copy the API key, because this is going to be important just now. So copy this key right here. In here, click on more. And I'm going to select Minimax. It's somewhere down there. Yep, Minimax. Click on yes. Choose Minimax Global. And then I want you to paste the API key that you just copied and enter. That's it. If you have OpenClaw, put that in there. Claude API, put that in there. That's it. Awesome. I'm going to say keep the current value. And now it's asking me, how do you want to talk to this agent? I'm going to use Telegram because Telegram is the quickest thing to set up. But if you use Slack, if you want to use WhatsApp, feel free to do it. It's pretty easy to do that. But for this video, I'm going to connect this to Telegram because it's easy for everyone to set it up very quickly. So I'm going to open my Telegram account. Now, in order for you to set up Telegram, right, it's very simple. Follow these 2 simple instructions and that's it. I want you to go to the search button and type in botfather. So type in botfather and make sure that you are choosing the right botfather, right? I'm going to type in botfather. You see this one? I'm going to click on it. Make sure the ID says botfather. Don't get scammed. There are so many scammers out there, so don't get scammed. Type in botfather and we're trying to create a bot. We're trying to create just a user that we can talk to. So it's going to be called create new bot. I'm going to end. It's asking me what do you want to choose the name. I want to see it's going to be Jarvis, but I'm pretty sure it's taken. So it is not taken. So I think this user ID, it's asking me for the user ID now. So I created Jarvis AMB sales bot. Boom, my account is currently created. I click on this thing and this is my Jarvis bot that I can talk to. Now before we do that, right, I wanted to copy this key right here, this token, this important token. I wanted to copy this and then we have to paste it there. There is one more thing we have to do, right? One simple thing, but we'll do that once we finish this step. So let's go back. Let's select Telegram, right? Let's give OpenClaw Daddy what it needs. So did I just call OpenClaw Daddy? Let's pretend like I didn't say anything, right? It's worst thing. Alright. So awesome. We connected the account. Click on skip now. We don't have to connect this. Configure skill, select no, and in here skip for now. Sometimes enter doesn't work, so click on space and then click on end. You selected skip, you're skipping, and now your OpenClaw is being hatched. It's being hatched. How exciting it is. Let's wait for this. It's super simple, right? It's super simple. After this, connect your CRM and your Fireflies and whatever transcription tool that you have, and that's it. It's that simple. So hatch in terminal TUI, hatch in terminal UI. So you're trying to hatch it in the terminal itself, and the moment it starts talking back to you, that's when you know this has developed its own consciousness. It's like a baby talking to you. Wake up my friend, wake up my friend. Let's see if it's going to respond back. It has hatched. It has successfully hatched. Awesome. Now, a few things to notice that sometimes it's going to say, hey, your gateway token, it's expired. You need to restart your server. In such cases, all you need to do is go back, click on these 3 dots, click on restart and follow the same steps again. Sometimes if you're facing an error, do the same thing. Follow the same steps again. And I'm also going to give you one more prompt, which is this one. Doctor exec, same thing, but instead of onboard, it's going to say doctor fix. The single prompt is going to automatically fix any issues that the OpenClaw bot has. Moving forward, if you ever face any issues, just paste this in. It's going to fix it. Is going to fix whatever issues it has by itself. Bro, I swear, I wish I had this feature. There are so many issues in here I can't fix. I wish I could just type on this prompt, but sadly I can't. I need to go to a therapist, which I'm not doing because, we don't want that crap. I like to do things raw. But this bot is working currently, right? Now, the first thing I need to do is we need to configure so that the bot that you've created, this Telegram bot that you've created, can only be talked by your account, so no one else can talk to this, right? Because for security reasons. How do we do that? Firstly, you need to know what your Telegram ID is, so you can tell the bot, hey, only this ID can talk to it. How do we do that? It's by going to this account called user info, right? User info. So yeah, user info. So make sure it's user info bot. The username is user info bot, and just type in start. It's very simple. Just click on /start, and this is going to give you the ID. It's going to give you, see, this is my ID. So I'm going to be like, hey, awesome. But first thing before you do that, right? You see the thinking is low. We don't want a dumb bot. We want a smart bot. So I want you to make sure type in /think and then click on tab, type in hi, okay? Think hi, and now it's going to start thinking highly. That's the first thing I want you to do. We don't want a stupid bot that's not thinking highly. So it looks like my agent is not able to do that, but whatever LLM model that you have, there's a high chance you could technically make it high. So let's ignore that for now, but for you guys, make sure it's think high. And now the next thing I need to do is I want you to configure can talk to it. My ID is, paste in the ID that you copied, right? And then you already have my, alright, now let's wait for this to do its magic. And then once it says Fahad, everything is done, now we can start talking to our bot. Alright guys, so it looks like it is currently working. Now all I need to do is click on start, and now the moment this is typing, right, that's when we know the bot is currently working. If it's not typing, it's not saying anything back, that means there are some issues with the bot. If we have any issues, right, the thing is OpenClaw is smart enough to fix by itself. So I'm gonna be like, hey, my Telegram bot, not check, that's it. It's that simple. It always is that simple. The bot can fix by itself. Talk to the bot, tell what problems you have, not your daddy issues, but the bot issues that you have. It's gonna fix itself. Alright guys, so one of the things that the bot recommended was restart your gateway. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna click on this button, I'm gonna click on restart. Now it's gonna restart my OpenClaw server, right? So let's just wait for the restart to be done, and I'm pretty sure once the restart is done, the Telegram is gonna be fully functional, right? So let's just wait for this Telegram to fully restart. Boom, it's restarted. I think I don't even have to do anything. Let's just say, hey, let's see if it's typing back now. Awesome, it's typing now. See, our baby is back at it again. Awesome. So it says typing. My baby is there. Let's go. So it's asking me for questions like, hey, what do you do? What's your name? Yes, so it's always good to give it good context on who you are and what you do. And the best way to give context is if you've already been talking to a different AI, right? You can be like, hey AI, give me a quick summary on everything you learned about me. If it's an OpenAI and Claude, and take it and paste it here. Yes, I'm just gonna give a quick summary because I don't want this video to be too long. Sims business AI and automation engineer in the world, because it is factual. So anyways, alright guys, now that once you configured who you are to this bot, now let's start building our sales agent. Again, you only need to do two things. You need to connect it to your sales system and you connect it to your calling system, and that's it. With some simple prompts, everything should be functional. So I'm gonna be like, awesome, I need you to be a sales agent that does two things: those being closed, leads, deals that need follow up, pay attention, aware of. Alright. Now the second thing is connect to my sales calls and tell me Tron. So I'm gonna give more instructions, but we tell the AI agent what it needs to do, and once it fully understands, you can be like, hey, awesome, it's gonna respond back to you, and then you need to be like, connect to insert your CRM, right? Whatever CRM it is, Salesforce, HubSpot, Go High Level, Pipedrive. I use Go High Level personally, so I'm gonna say, hey, connect to my CRM. Go High Level. It's going to ask you some questions, right? I already know what the questions it's asking, so I'm going to be connect to my CRM Go High Level, and my call transcription tool. It's very important for you to have a tool that collects the calls. If not, this is at least the sales call suggestion part can't be done. So my call transcription tool, Fireflies. Tell me what you need for this to work. The thing is this, right? I already know what it is because I've done this in the past. So I'm going to quickly show you what needs to be done, right? So for Go High Level, you need to go to the AI is going to give you simple instructions on exactly where you need to get information from to connect these two softwares together. The way two softwares connect to each other is by APIs, right? There's two ways to do it, either through APIs or web-based. It's going to go to a browser, log into your account and click on particular thing. The second option is complicated, takes more context, not fully reliable. I wouldn't recommend it. Through API is the best way to connect it because it's more reliable. That's how two softwares talk to each other. I don't want to get into it, but I'm just giving you more information so you're fully aware on how it works. So in order for you to do it, go to your CRM account, go to the settings and developer settings and API key. 90% of the software is like that. Settings, developer settings, or integration settings, and API key is there. So I'm going to go to my settings option, and yeah, it tells me exactly where I need to get information from as well. Alright guys, so this is the API key. So copy this API key. This is my API key for GHL. Now let's go to my call transcription tool. So I use both Fathom and I use Fireflies. So it's quite simple in Fireflies. So you just log in, go to settings, go to developer settings and copy it from there. Let me just show you exactly how I do it. Alright, so all I need to do is I need to go to settings on MCP and dev tools, and here is my API key. I'm going to quickly copy it. Here is my API key for Fireflies. Alright guys, so it's that simple. Fireflies has the same option. Go to login, go to the settings page, go to the developer settings page, copy the API key from there. It's that simple. I'm going to give it to this bot, and now the bot is going to ask me more questions. It's going to test it out as well. It always tests things out, which is the beauty of OpenClaw. It tests if it's working correctly, and then I need to give it instructions on what information I need to fetch. And I can even tell it every week on Monday at 9 a.m. when I wake up, send me insights on how my sales are performing every day, every week, stuff like that. That's what you're about to do, right? So let's wait for this to connect itself firstly, and now let's see what happens, right? Alright guys, so sometimes when it tests, it tells you exactly that something that you're doing wrong, and it told me like the API key that it gave me is not going to fully work because of a recent update. So it told me exactly what to do, right? It told me go to integrations, go to private integrations, create a private integration and give it the API key access, right? It looks like already did it. So open YT test. So click on next scope. I can select the scope. I'm just going to select all the By the way, right, selecting all the scope is a very stupid thing. I'm only going to select the scope that is needed, and in here for me it's making sure it also tells me you can ask it what scopes do you need. So the scopes I often recommend that you do is view calendars, view events, edit events, anything contacts related, resource related, view campaigns, view conversations. I wouldn't recommend edit conversations because I don't want the AI to message anyone that I know. So yeah, view contacts. Wouldn't allow edit contacts for now, just to be on the safe side, right? You can always update it later on. And view object schema, view objects record, write associations is fine, read associations is fine, view relations is fine, it shows the relationships, view forms, view invoices. I always give them view access instead of edit access, just to be on the safe side, right? So you can select the access that you need. Honestly, if you are not too paranoid, just click on select all. It really doesn't matter, but I like to be a bit on the cautious end. So view locations, view links, and view custom fields, important. View custom values, view tasks, important. View tags, view templates, view files, maybe view funnels, view funnel pages, view funnels, view opportunities, super duper important. View pipelines, pipeline create if you want to create stuff. View transactions, view payment integrations, view products. I think social media integration, view social media post if you use that. View surveys if you have surveys. View users, it's going to be important. View workflows, important. View templates, view schedules, charges, documents and contracts, view documents and templates, view conversation, view agents and agents too. Alright guys, so we selected almost all of the key stuff that we need to know. So view most of the view access, give them view access. It just helps you. Yeah, now it can only see stuff, it can't do stuff. Again, you don't have to do it. I'm a bit conscious. So this is the key. Copy the key. Make sure you never share this key with anyone. GHL key. Boom. Now it's going to be successfully connected. Now you can start prompting it to do its stuff, right? So awesome. So it looks like it's finally connected. It's able to see it defined all the pipelines I have. It told me how many leads are there, how many deals are there. Now I can tell it, I can ask it questions like, hey, how many open deals do I have currently, and what do I need to focus on? And now it's able to answer the questions. Now your sales, one part of the sales season is done now. Congrats to you. Now it's going to answer questions like, hey, you have XYZ deals left. What do I need to do? How do I need to follow up? I can keep asking it questions, right? And now it's going to remember every question I ask. It's going to be like, Fahad once asked me this. Now let me give it back to him again. Let me give him updates every week or so. So it's pulling live data now. So it's going back into my system, pulling the information. Let's see. Awesome. Look at it. So currently it's showing me exactly how many leads I have, how many open deals I have, what is critical. It's like, this guy's been there for 225 days. I mean, it's a lost lead. I should have marked it as lost. Tells me exactly who leads, which leads are pending, who needs to be contacted, what's the high value deal. It's telling me all the things that I need to know, right? It's beautiful how amazing this bot is. So it tells me this person has been a no-show for XYZ months, 9+ months. So it's telling me where I'm losing the money. It tells me every single decision I need to make, right? Awesome. Now let's start creating. You can ask it any questions that you want, right? You can be like, hey, make this a cron job. Cron job means a schedule. Cron job, that's what it means. Cron job simply means a scheduled activity. So cron job for 9 a.m. Monday to give me this detail. So now it's going to create a cron job, give me all the details, etc. Now I'm not going to do that. It's going to take some time, 10 minutes to configure it. I'm going to show you, I want to speed things up. So I'm going to show you exactly how to create the sales pitch thing as well. So, hey, I need you to create a cron job going over my calls. That title, now very important, right? I'm telling it like, hey, go through all my calls, but only go through certain calls that are my sales calls. Now for me, if you check my calendar, every single sales call that I have starts with discovery call ... the person's name into AutomateMyBiz. I set it up that way. I configured it that way. So every single calendar, anything that's called discovery call means it's a discovery call. For some of you guys, it's not like that. But there's always a formatting structure, right? Mention the structure, because if you don't mention the structure, the AI is going to go through all the calls. So it's going to bloat up its context. The more information it has, the less effective it is. So it's always good to give it proper structure. But you can only go through these calls. If you don't have it, it's really fine. But if you have it, awesome. For me, it's titled discovery calls, and I need you to tell me exactly where. I need you to give me insights Now with this simple prompt, right, it's going to go through all my calls. It's going to tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong, what I'm not doing wrong, give me insights, just like the one that I showed you. It's that simple. It is that simple. So let's just wait for this bot to run and you're going to see the magic on what I'm talking about. Sometimes your bot, if the bot stops responding, right, I just said, babe, are you there? Hey guys, in cases where it's not responding, right, I need you to go back to this, click on the three dots, restart. It's always restart. There's some sort of issues that's preventing the VPS, the computer, from booting. It's just like, whenever there is a problem, you just click on that restart button in the old days, right? It's simply that. We're just restarting the computer, the virtual computer. That's it. So once it's fully restarted, broski, see, it's typing again. So it's that simple. And whenever you face this issue, just say, alright guys, so after some time, it finally is giving me the exact thing I need to know. It's giving me score. It's giving like 75 out of 10, 67, 676. I'm sorry, okay, I had to do it. But 63, 58, it's giving me scores on how I'm doing it, telling me exactly what, like, hey, you're talking over by 30% in 5 to 8 calls, you see we got 6. It's telling me exactly what I need to do, right? I can even ask you specific questions like, hey, what objections do I have? Like, it says I have weak discovery. I had 5 objections I didn't address. Like, things went south at 8th minute for this particular call. And let me check my calendar. I'm not sure whether it's not appropriate. I don't know what this, so it's giving me context. This went really well. It says I had a call. She was very happy. We had good ratio on talking, all that stuff, right? So it's giving me all the inputs, everything I need to know. It's giving me all the information. How beautiful is this? Telling me how I did, what I did, discovery, weak discovery, things I need to improve. It gave me all the inputs. How amazing is that I have this agent running for me every time. It's giving me updates on 9 a.m. on a Monday on everything I did last week. That is the beauty of AI agents. If you're watching till the end of the video, that means you're enjoying this. The only thing I ask you to do is, please, first thing I need to do is pause the video. I'm just messing with you. And just click on the like button. So you can tell the algorithm that this guy knows his stuff. That's all I ask you to do. Click on the like button, subscribe, because all I talk about is automation systems and AI for business owners. That's all I talk about. That's all I do every day. And if you watched till here and you're like, what, Fahad, I get all this thing, but it's too technical for me. And I don't even know what other AI agents I could need, what all AI bots like this I would need. All good. I'm going to attach a link in the description below. I would love to jump on a call with you, trying to see exactly what else can we automate in your business, what other agents could we have in your business. Now, even if you're not going to end up purchasing anything, right, you're going to learn a bunch of things, a bunch of valuable things on what we could technically do in your business, what you could automate in your business, because it's a discovery call. It's not a sales call to sell you or anything like that. So I will see you on the next video. One last thing before you guys go, I am creating a small private school community where I'll be teaching about AI, automation, and systems that every business owner needs to have to stay ahead of the competition, to scale up, all those things. We'll be giving you free discounts, courses, giving you access to all the things that we've been implementing for our clients on a frequent basis, and this is gonna be paid. However, if you click on the link below and if you join the waitlist, there's a possibility you will either get the founders early bird discount or I'll make it completely for free based on how you feel. So click on the link below, join the waitlist. It's in the waitlist program, so join the waitlist, and I will see you on the next video. Take care, see you soon, and have a good one. Bye.